Back in it downtown, Petco Park, a new beginning, let's go. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Baby said she wanna go to the game. Taught her how to say Padre gang. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Mitchell and Ness with the old school name. All of the homies holler Padre gang. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Talking Friars Padres Phillies pregame show for what is today, June 24th, 2022. I'm sitting here while the Padres aren't taking BP. The Phillies are taking batting practice. The Padres are obviously coming off of yesterday's loss where Joe Musgrove just didn't have it, and that's okay. He's human. The lineup that they put out there was not amazing. Jake Cronenworth wasn't in it. Obviously, Manny wasn't in it. Tatis wasn't in it. And when that happens, the lineup's not going to be that great. That's when you have Soter Alcantara and Hassan Kim and Eric Hosmer. You're relying on those guys. That's when you have Austin Nola hitting second in the order, and you're having Jurickson Profar, who fits better as the leadoff hitter right now. That's when you have him hitting third because you don't have anyone else better to be hitting there, you know? But for tonight, the lineup is out. It is back to the best it pretty much can be with Fernando and Manny out. What do we got here? Profar, Cronenworth, Voit, Hosmer, Nola, Mazzara, Kim, Abrams, and then Azokar. My Padre pick for tonight is Jake Cronenworth coming off of that day off. He's refreshed. Don't know why he wouldn't be able to get a hit. At least he's the guy I think that has the best chance to get a hit, and that's what the Padre pick is really about. Left versus right matchup. He's facing Austin's brother, Aaron Nola, who has an ERA under 4, and it's a tough matchup. He's done well against the Padres. I remember last year, I think Nola was at Petco, if I remember correctly, and he pretty much shoved against the Padres, dominated them. And so hopefully he doesn't do that tonight, but yeah, Cronenworth's the guy I'd go with tonight. And then, that ball went foul. Oh, Sweeney almost got crushed in the head by that ball. Whoa. The foul ball was hit there, and they're at the pregame, postgame booth, and it hit the glass right next to Sweeney. Sweeney almost got nailed by a foul ball in batting practice. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Nola. He's going to be a tough matchup. And Austin, maybe he'll have his number because he's faced him a lot. But off of last night's performance, it's kind of hard to have a ton of confidence. I like that Voigt's back in there off of the hamstring, kind of nursing that hamstring injury yesterday. There was no reason to push it. But still, the bottom half, it's still a better lineup. But, the 6 through 9 hitters last night, I think, went 0 for 10 combined. Or 7 through 9? 7 through 9. It was 7 through 9, sorry. They went 0 for 10 combined, an 0 for 4 and a couple 0 for 3s. And Abrams is back in there. I think he has, 2 hits since he's been called up. So the offense is going to have to step up. Someone who's also going to have to step up tonight is Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore, obviously, he's had 2 really bad appearances against the Colorado Rockies. Do I expect that to continue tonight? No, not to that degree. If it does, the Padres are in a lot of trouble tonight because they're not going to win the game if Gore pitches like the way that he pitched at Coors Field the other night. Now, Coors Field and the Rockies seem like they have Mackenzie Gore's number. The last 2 starts, he has not pitched like he's pitched in a Major League Padre uniform this season. So I kind of just chalked that up of, hey, Gore, he's just struggling. It's Coors Field, and you just throw it out the window. But if that happens again tonight, well, then we're going to be having a different discussion. Irie. Yeah, I'm fortunate enough. Yeah, my family has half-season tickets. I just, by the way, gave away 2 of the tickets. I usually have 3 tickets up in 309, excuse me. I was in 307 yesterday. 309, and I'm only going by myself tonight, so I had 2 tickets to give away and just gave those away. I do have season tickets. What's up, Tupac13? Hope you're doing well. I did pick Cronenworth for my Padre pick for people that are just coming in here. Just trying to check the chat here. Dylan Johnson, did I see your tweet? No, what was your tweet? Oh, you replied to the giveaway. Okay, yeah. It's like an hour. Excuse me. It's like an hour and 10 minutes till the first pitch. So I was just trying to give it away as quick as I could. But yeah, if I had more time, because my mom was supposed to sell the tickets, but couldn't find anyone. So I gave them away. So if there's more time next time, I won't just give it to like the first person that replies. That was the situation tonight because I didn't want to wait and, pick someone and then they say, oh, wait, now we can't go. So I just gave it away to the first person. But yeah, Dylan, thanks for following. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. Irie says you'll buy it off me anytime I can't go. Yeah, just, hey, you can DM me on Twitter as well, but turn your post notifications on for me on Twitter at Talking Friars so you can see all my tweets and when I tweet out those giveaways so that you can make sure that you're getting in there early. Because there are some times where it's just time. Like, I'm giving away something where there's just not a lot of time to it, right? And so I just give it out quick. John, to answer your question, Will Myers is injured. He has a knee injury. Not a whole lot of updates. It's just rest and recovery right now. That's pretty much what it is right now. Yeah, he's in a contract year, but he's probably going to get like a 1 or a 2 year deal from a team. I don't think the Padres would be the team to do that, if I'm being honest. Because they'll have Abrams up all year, and I would think he'd be in the outfield. Hassel can come up at some point next year. Esther Ruiz, I think, is going to be an option in September. They'll keep Profar, hopefully, if he doesn't opt out. They're going to have Grisham, obviously. So they're going to have options. And Will Myers just hasn't been able to stay healthy, like, consistently. And when he has, it's not like he's a must re-sign performance, Like, Tommy Pham played better, I think, than Will Myers did last year. So that just says it, But what to watch for is for today. I mean, can this offense score some runs? You have Crony and Voigt back in there. And more importantly, right, the offense can score runs. Let's say they score 4 or 5 runs tonight. And I don't even think they're going to do that off of Aaron Nola. But let's say they do that. They're still not going to win if Mackenzie Gore craps the bed and gives up 7 or 8 runs, right? So he needs to throw strikes. He needs to pound the zone. He can't be, not consistent inside the strike zone with the fastball. That's pretty much how simple it is. So that's the key for him tonight, is can he pound the zone? If he can, that's going to set the Padres up for some good success. If he can't, well, then you're going to have a problem. I put out the bullpen chart today, and Stammen pitched yesterday. Tim Hill pitched yesterday. So the good news is pretty much everyone else in the bullpen should be available today. So Chris Matt probably would pitch after Gore if Gore would struggle. Nick Martinez had like 50 pitches the other day, so I don't think they'd have him be available today. Who do they got going tomorrow? Manaya, I think, is tomorrow. Is it Manaya? No, Snell, I think. Snell, I believe, is pitching tomorrow. So they might name Martinez for after Snell tomorrow. That's probably the better option. You got Darvish, I think, pitching Sunday. Yeah, so now looking at it, probably Martinez would go tomorrow. Morehone's obviously on the 15-day IL, so it feels like Chris Matt, Steven Wilson would be 2 options there out of the bullpen after Mackenzie Gore tonight. Irie's talking about adding a superstar, all these talks about setting up farm pieces when we're not rebuilding anymore. What I would say to that, Irie, I agree what you're saying, that the time's to win now and you want to go get a veteran player, I think is what you're saying. It doesn't have to be a superstar like you mentioned there in the chat. Here, I pulled up your comment. And why the Padres, why there's a lot of talk about Esther Ruiz coming up and guys like that is because they don't have to give anything up for them. And Esther Ruiz, he's playing well, and he can play center field. So that's why the talk is, right? The Padres farm system is not as strong as it used to be a few years ago. That's just a fact. So you got to use those top guys in the farm system to help your team out at the big league level. And Esther Ruiz is someone that might be able to do that in September. You can bring him up, and you don't have to give anyone up, unless it's like a 40-man roster spot, but that's pretty much it. If Ruiz isn't even on, he probably is on the 40-man. That's all you would have to give up. So you wouldn't have to give up, Luis Camposano or someone like that. You just bring Esther Ruiz up. That's why you're seeing that conversation, in my opinion, to be honest. Randy asks, what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. Probably Gaglione Bros. I mean, they sponsor the show. That's the go-to. I mean, tri-tip nachos always are good. Pizza Port, the pizza. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some hot dogs. We'll see. Any other questions in the chat here? It would be great to win today because I don't even know the Phillies have the rest of the weekend, but the Phillies are obviously a good team. You want to take 3 out of 4. You don't want to split. You want to continue the momentum after sweeping the Diamondbacks, right? And still losing those 3 against Colorado wasn't great. So you want to continue the momentum. So if they can win tonight, it's going to be huge. Phillies batting practice is over. There's not a whole lot of people here. There's like an hour left till the game. John says, wish I was there too. Moved to Murrieta, not too far, but suspended license. Yeah, I'm in that same boat, but I take the trolley. I walk like a mile plus to the trolley and then take that. It takes like 20, 30 minutes to get here. I usually get here like 2.5 hours before the game when I'm available. So yeah, I've been here since the gates have opened. Any other questions, any comments here? Again, 6:40 is the first pitch. Mackenzie Gore on the mound against Aaron Nola. It's going to be a good pitching matchup. We'll see what Crony, Nola, and Voit can do in the lineup. And the bullpen. I mean, Stammen I don't really like counting as a part of the bullpen. He's really just a white flag guy, right? Just waving the white flag like the Padres did last night when Musgrove gave up those 6 runs and then Stammen came in the game. And it's kind of like, yeah, the game's over. Crony's having a rest day. Voigt's not in there. That's pretty much, we're just waving the white flag. That's where Stammen's role is right now. He just has not been amazing this year. Credit to him, he did play well. He pitched well yesterday. But he has not pitched well the majority of the season. That's pretty much just what it is right now. So I don't really count Stammen as a part of the bullpen. And then Tim Hill is just matchup. So pretty much the entire bullpen is ready tonight. That's the good news behind Mackenzie Gore. I think Mackenzie Gore, he's going to give up some runs tonight. It's just a matter of can he give up like 3 runs instead of 6 to keep the team in the game. Manny, the update with Manny, I buried the lead totally. He did some running. I filmed that at Talking Friars on Twitter. There's some video out there of Manny that I posted of him running, doing some agility stuff in right field. And he looked good. I'm going to say that. He looked good. And I'm feeling more and more confident about my take of Manny Machado. Don't be surprised if he appears in a game this weekend. His running, he looks good. Just running. He was running like 90 feet and then walking back to the foul line. Just running 90 feet, walking back to the foul line. From what I saw, he was not sprinting. He was jogging. But that's pretty much the Manny update. He was doing some agility stuff, bouncing back and forth. But he was out there for probably, I want to say, like 20 minutes or so. Something like that. Very low intensity for Manny. But he was running. He wasn't sprinting, but he was jogging. It might be our version of a sprint, but for him, he looked good. He was in his pink and teal shoes. He was jogging. That's the situation. John asks, you're originally from New York. No. I went to college in New York. I'm from San Diego. Grew up in La Mesa. Went to Helix High School. Musgrove's rival high school. No, I'm here. I'm a San Diegan, born and raised. Anyone who knows me, I'm probably the biggest Padre fan they know. No, total San Diego. Irie asked, Trent, Grisham, Luis Camposano, and Money for Brian Reynolds. Pirates probably wanted Gore or CJ. That's why we said no. Oh, at the beginning of the year, you're talking about the CJ Abrams potential trade. Yeah, they were asking for too much. Jurickson Profar, he's the leadoff hitter. He has turned out well. AJ Preller holding on to him instead of giving up CJ Abrams or Mackenzie Gore for Brian Reynolds has turned out tremendous this year. And Robert Hassel will probably be up sometime next year. So that move, or excuse me, the lack of move there from Preller turned out really, really good. And Profar in the leadoff spot, love him in the leadoff spot. I understand, last night's lineup was trash, so they kind of had to put Profar hitting third. But him batting leadoff, I love it. He's going to stay there at least until Tatis comes back. Absolutely love it. All right, I think that'll do it for the Talking Friars Padres Phillies pregame show for June 24, 2022. I'm at Petco Park. 6:40 is the first pitch. Go Padres. Have a good night, everyone. See ya.